So, the last time I went to a circus was about 30, 40, maybe even 50 years ago. And here I am in Ilhéus, Bahia, Brazil. And I'm about to go into a circus from Portugal. I have a ticket here. I have no idea where I'm about to sit. I have no idea if they have animals or just people, acrobats. But I'm looking forward to this circus after 30, 40, maybe 50 years. So I just got the answer that I was looking for. I asked these lovely ladies if they're going to be animals in the circus. And they said, animais? No, proibido aqui, proibido. So, no te animais. And here we go. My first circus in God knows how many years. There are some things that you never forget. It doesn't matter how old you get. I had a feeling of deja vu as I walked into this circus tent, as if I've been to a place like this before, in another country. I could feel the jitters, waiting for the show to begin. So I feel like a kid in a candy store. Really, I cannot wait for this thing to start. There's something quietly magical about a small town circus that feels worlds away from the polished spectacle of a big production. It's not about perfection, it's about closeness, warmth, and the feeling that anything might happen. The tent is smaller, often patched and sun-faded, but when the lights flicker on, it glows like a secret. You can hear everything, the creak of the ropes, the shuffle of performers' feet, even the low murmur of the crowd sitting down. There's no distance between you and the show. When the clown trips, you're close enough to see the grin behind the paint. When the acrobat swings, you can feel the rush of air as they pass. The performers aren't distant stars. They're human, approachable. After the show, you might see them chatting near a popcorn stand, still in costume, laughing with kids. That's the quiet, magical charm of a small town circus like this. She loves to come out of the house. This is her time to socialize with other people and other dogs. Very, very important. Quero comprar uma garrafa de água sem gás para minha cachorro. Tá? Obrigado. So I just placed an order for a bottle of water for Bella, and this way I've got that orange cup for her. She'll be just fine. You see, Bahia doesn't mess around when it comes to seafood. This is Afro-Brazilian soul territory, where food carries history in every bite. The fish you're looking at, that's hauled in, it's headed straight into something like muqueca, a stew that feels less like a recipe and more like a declaration of identity. Coconut milk, dende oil. It's bright orange, rich, slightly funky in the best way. Cilantro, peppers. It simmers slowly, unapologetically fragrant. You sit on a plastic chair that's seen better decades. The beer is ice cold, miraculously cold, and the plate arrives without ceremony. The fish is fresh, tender, barely holding together, soaked in that deep golden broth. You taste it, and there's a moment, just a moment, where everything shuts up. The noise, the heat, the chaos. That's fresh fish eating in Bahia, Brazil. Must have been about 40 or 50 years ago. I remember my father taking me to a circus in India, and I remember seeing this motorcycle act where motorcycles would spin around in a circular cage, much like this. What I don't remember is whether there were 3, 4, 5 or 6 motorcycles. Here, this act started with 3 motorcycles, but ended the act to a standing ovation with 6 motorcycles inside this cage. Just imagine.
I got you some water. Hang on.
So did you know that the largest population of Japanese people outside of Japan is right here in Brazil? I would say in the area of Sao Paulo. You got lots and lots of multi-generational Japanese people right here, speaking both Japanese and Portuguese. So it was a cloudy, rainy day, and Elci had some work to do in Itabuna, some legal work for a client. So we decided to go nonetheless. But on the way, as we were entering Ilhéus, we saw these long lines of people with bags in their hands. Turns out they were waiting to get care packages from the Bahia government, I think, possibly a church even. But nonetheless, they were standing in line to get their free food packages, which was kind of nice to see. You know, anytime I miss our previous life in the United States, Elci and I take a trip to Itabuna and I end up going to hang out at Shopping Jequitinhonha, which is the only mall that we have in the Itacaré, Ilhéus, Itabuna triangle. So sitting in a place like this brings back memories of the life that we once lived in the US.
My new agenda. So I couldn't finish because tomorrow is Easter. So the day before they start celebrating and holidays and blah blah blah.
Tomorrow is Easter?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday is gonna be celebration for Easter. So a few years ago everybody used to write things and much less while Alzheimer was around, right?
So now everybody's on their cell phones typing stuff instead of handwriting, right?
Yes. That's why I keep writing.
Me too. Like you, I love to handwrite things, you know?
Yeah.
My favorite instrument is my ink pen, my fountain pen.
Yes.
They just don't make them like Elci anymore.
Cake. It's made of carrots and corn. It's delicious.
Oh my goodness. It looks yummy. And especially with my coffee that you made for me right here.
Yep.
I'm gonna just have a fun time. Drinking my coffee and eating. All this is for me?
If you can eat everything.
No, I'm joking. What do you think, Bella? You like the cake?
Be careful because when you eat this hot like this, you have stomachache. So wait until it cool down a little bit. Can you see the smoke? It's really hot.
Oh yeah. You wearing my shirt?
You gave to me.
I did.
In case of you forgot.
I did forget.
Because it's too tight and you said you didn't like. You're gonna give to somebody and I said I will keep it.
No, it's a nice shirt. I
No.
want it back.
It is tight. Oh, Bella is the big.
I want my shirt back.
It is tight for you. It's
No.
tight for me.
It's tight for you?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yes,
It is like medium. You like when it's